So welcome back to World of Horror. So fun little fact, after the last stream I went ahead and I basically 100% of the main things of the game. I got all of the achievements because at the time there were 54 achievements and the 54th was not available. So I got all 53 and I was like, okay, cool, I finished the game. And the day after I had finished the game, to the day, the patch got released. So, I said last time that something truly evil was not in the game and could not be encountered. That was the 54th achievement. Yeah, you can now encounter something truly evil. So we're going to be trying to do that. Also, apparently they did the combat rework, so I'm kind of curious as to that. But I'm worried about them making the ghost encounters deadlier. Because encounters are already pretty much a problem, but we'll see. But first, apparently we got 2 new achievements. So of course there's the meet and defeat something evil. That would be equip Carpenter Hammer with both Expel Evil and Regeneration learned. Okay. Premium non-Nocre. Defeat Dream Devourer without killing a single patient. Oh, that's right! The Contagious Coma got an update so that the ending actually is different depending on what route you take. Oh, there was something else, yeah. You now have an endings encyclopedia where you see all the different endings, I assume, to the game, not to the missions, because there's less endings here than there would be in mission endings. It apparently did not take progress retroactively, so we're gonna have to get more. That's really strange. I guess we can take a look later. It probably means that you survived the Rioter encounter, which is really hard because she does like -4 all damage, I think is the idea there. So I took a vote and we'll be using Kirie with the... what was it? Kirie with the Fragile background. Fragile means we earn twice the experience, but we also suffer twice the damage, which is gonna be fun. Also, you can see I have the last character unlocked here, who is Miku. If it comes up, I'll talk about how to unlock her. And I also took the vote, and people want Fire Boy. So we're going to be going with the combat stamina penalties are doubled, which is going to be interesting because that means we're taking ×4 stamina damage from combat. That's that's gonna be something else. It's okay, it just means I need to run away from basically every single fight. So we get a spell to start with, which is the Ashen Contract, which is one of the ones that I unlocked that is really good. Immediately kills any non-Eldritch enemy, so if I'm in a boss fight with an enemy that's not Eldritch, I can just end the fight immediately. Yeah, it was the lady whose specialty with allies was allies with the background that did not allow allies. So I also unlocked the Forest, which allows you to take on a curse to get stats. And the Monument, which lets you sacrifice stamina to lower doom. I think we're gonna go ahead and go with that. I don't really need the Illegal Den. Go ahead and get started. First thing, as per usual, bathe for the EXP boost. Hello? Hey, there's the creepy dude in shadow. Put on. This is a new outfit. I think this is a pun, but I'm not sure on what. Let's just go with the 60s outfit. What mysteries do we have? Eerie episode of Evolving Eels. Hi, Malkav! Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. Macabre Memoir of Morbid Mermaids. Horrible History of Household Hell. And Freaky Feature Found Footage. Okay, so we didn't get the Coma one, so we don't get to see the new one on that this time, which... oh well. To start with... let's go ahead and start with the eels, since that's a fairly easy one. While returning to your home, someone suddenly bumps into you. Did you know? You turn around. It's your friend living in the same apartment complex, Kana. That weird dude is back. You know, the one who studies fish? You shrug, opening the door. Kana follows and immediately enters the kitchen. A while later, she returns with 2 cans of soda. Aren't you curious what weird fish did you bring this time? She grins. Also, we have Kana as an ally for a bit. Fun fact, you can actually kill Kana during this, and if you do, nothing happens. Like, the thing progresses as usual, but normally if you finish this properly, you get Kana as a permanent ally. But if you kill her, you don't, obviously. I just find it kind of funny that while you can kill her in the middle of the mission, it doesn't actually do anything to the mission. Kana, I saw the creepy neighbor carrying some jars inside his apartment. I wonder, what weird fish did he find this time? Will you check it out? He will surely recognize me if I try to do it myself. Please? Alright, alright. Wandering through an empty corridor, you find an old vending machine. You don't recognize the brands of sodas inside, but you could really use a drink. Cheapest one. Dexterity check failure. Oh my god, Pi, I did what you did! You buy a can of off-brand soda. When you reach for it, something inside the machine catches your hand. You have to jerk it out, injuring yourself. And we somehow got exposed ribs from that. Also, I think this is actually depicting Haru because he has a tattoo up here. How did I get exposed ribs from a vending machine? At least that reminded me I needed to actually shop for things. Also, you can boop the dog. We have 5 funds. Let me go ahead and pick up the map. Up that for now. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the hardware store and get a weapon. Oh, did I not actually select the monument? I thought... oh no, this is Seaside. That's something different. Strength. Damage 4. Let's go with the carpenter hammer. That seems like the best option. So we're now somewhat equipped. Go ahead and do the side mission, because I don't think I've done this before. Investigation taking a toll on you, start to miss the most obviously. I kind of like the ritual dagger. It's not great, though, if you're not having good luck on dodging. But it can be pretty good. The corridor is flooded by black sludge that's slowly oozing from under the door to the chemistry classrooms. A damp, moldy stench grows as you get closer. Are you going to get to the other side? Let's just risk going through. You're too late to keep something from biting your ankle. It's not bleeding badly, but you worry about an infection if the black sludge gets into the wound. And somehow getting grabbed makes us cough blood. That's great. The neighbor's office at school was empty. You did find a few jars, all filled with weird eel-like fish. Despite your protests, Kana decides to take 1 jar home. I'm going to go to the hospital. Kana, please excuse me. This is gonna take 2. Can I get rid of this? Yeah, it just takes 1. And now I have blood loss, which is great. I'm so happy that we got minus the maximum stamina when we take ×4 stamina damage. That's just fantastic. I heard ice cold water is a good deal. What happens if we go into hot bath? +1 doom. Oh, I forgot to read what Kana said, sorry. Kana, I've seen him burning some notes behind our apartment building. Let's go and check it out. Is this eel even alive? Ooh, this is perfect. Like I said, we wanted to try for something truly evil this run, and we just got handed an event to guarantee it. Catch a glimpse of the painted thing. Suddenly you feel very weak and excuse yourself to leave. Something truly evil has you in its grasp. Hana was right, someone tried to burn some papers. They must have been in a hurry because some of the papers look salvageable. You both return to your apartment and try to decipher the notes. Oh, is that dude modeled after Junji Ito? I didn't know that. Eels of the prefecture would lay their eggs inside human something. Oh, that's cheery. Hana, that's so weird. Your neighbor was really into eels, it seems. You begin to wonder if spying on your neighbor was a good idea to begin with. Oh, I forgot to... Let's get Seaside again. Oh yeah, it's this dude. Go with fondest memory because that drops our reason, which is the one thing we can actually afford to drop. Oh right, you don't want to do the side quest for this one because it just drops your reason and gives you nothing else. I forgot about that. Now when to wait for an elevator, you decide to take the rarely used stairs. Oh yeah, we've seen this dude before. He does... Oh! This attack can't hurt a ghost enemy. Sever their ties to the world. Time needed. Carpenter hammer. An offering. Interesting. Those are apparently a couple of the new actions that we can do. I'm glad they actually gave us actions because this clap bow thing is just a piece of crap. For the clap bow thing, if you get the right sequence of claps and bows, you can insta-kill the ghost. But you need 5 total motions, and you have to play the guessing game where it'll tell you if you get the right one in the right slot, but it won't tell you which one is right. It will not tell you which slot is right. So you just have to basically completely guess, and having to use 5 of these actions takes up so much time you can't dodge. So every time you're trying to fumble with this and figure it out, you're taking hits. It's complete and total crap. Like, I get why they didn't want the ghost... They didn't want you to just beat the ghost to death with a baseball bat, but... I don't like this alternative option they have now. Oh well. At least it can't miss. Yeah, I agree. Kana, there must be something more we can learn. Oh, I could have just... Let's see. There must be something more we can learn. I'll try to break into his apartment tomorrow morning. I wonder what he's hiding in there. He just shrugged non-committally. You just wish you could throw this damn jar into the trash. Like I said, I do appreciate the fact that he wanted to make ghost encounters different, but I don't really like the way he did it. Ocean is hungry. You're stopped by a person with a knife. They look incredibly sad. It wants me, but I'm afraid I'm too much of a coward to do it myself. Can you help me? Talk them out of it. Charisma check success. After a long conversation, they hand you the knife and thank you. Think about how stupid it is of Kana to try and break into your neighbor's apartment, you go to sleep. So this is why I like the ritual dagger. It is very fast, it has a high chance to hit, and you get a chance of reason recovery after you kill an enemy. Which if you're taking a lot of hits is not great, but this is really good on characters with high knowledge, like Kirie or Mimi. I'm gonna keep the carpenter hammer for the moment, but I'm also gonna hold on to this. I'm not gonna sell it. Storage. Because I could bump our knowledge up to 9 and then just make that kind of ridiculous if I wanted to. I'm not sure who Chris is. Did it say something like that? Oh, okay. I've actually never played Resident Evil because, when it was still, like, the pinnacle of gaming mechanics, I was too much of a scaredy baby, and now I just can't get used to the tank controls. I believe, the stat makes it take less time to use, so, like, it'll decrease the amount of time it takes to use, like, your strong attack and things like that. Because it never raises the damage, but I'm not completely 100% sure. Right now I'm more interested in raising dexterity because dexterity just flat increases all of your combat abilities. So since I do that on basically everybody, the Carpenter Hammer's a really good weapon anyway. I will say that I like Resident Evil, I just can't play it. The 4 is my favorite because I just love me some campy B-movie zombie fun. And Leon is fantastic in that game. You hear a faint sound while walking outside the old biology classroom. Inside is an old anatomy model, its heart beating. The sight almost makes you sick. -1 stamina. Oh, we only took 1 damage. I wonder if the double damage is only for combat. I'm not sure. Hana has been missing since yesterday. You decided to check out the neighbor's apartment yourself. You cautiously enter your neighbor's kitchen. You are shocked to see countless jars filled with eels flailing around restlessly. Where the hell is Kana? Check the bathroom. Oh dear lord. The swollen body of your neighbor is rotting away inside putrid murky water. Both his eyes are missing with countless tiny blood trails leading from them in all directions. Check the bedroom? Hey, it's Kana! Finally found Kana. I found the neighbor, but when his eye bursted and I slipped in the blood and lost consciousness. I'm afraid there's something in my own eye now, too. Let's go to a hospital, or we must puncture her eye now. I advise anybody who has, like, ice cream problems to close your eyes until you hear me start reading again. Because, yeah, the game physically makes us do this. And then that happens. Shocked you see countless— okay, don't look just yet. Shocked you see countless tiny eels crawling out of your friend's eye in all directions. Will she even survive the blood loss? Okay, now you can look. You rush to the hospital with Kana, getting a lot of attention from horrified people. Your friend is taken immediately to the operating theater and you collapse on a chair in the waiting area. Sleep. Wake up, dude. You've been sleeping for over 3 hours. You groggily open your eyes to see your friend Kana. She's wearing an eye patch. Not so pretty anymore, eh? I couldn't exactly tell the doctors the truth about what happened, and I'm pretty sure I won't be winking with my left eye anytime soon. But thank you for saving my life. You still process the events of a previous night. Corpse-eating eels that lay their eggs in eyes? Sitting with your friend Kana before your apartment building, you watch the police officers emptying your neighbor's place. We got 30. We got 45 EXP, minus doom, reason stamina, time passes a day. And, Kana's really good. She's a really good ally, so if you can spare the reason, you always want to go that route. And the puppy is now gone. Poor puppy. A bath. And we'll pump up our reason a bit. Hello? Oh. It's our creepy neighbor again! I think those are the only 2 events that actually happen when you look out the peephole, which is a bit disappointing. Light switch still doesn't do anything. Yeah! Let's see. Let's Let's try this. I believe we have done this before, but I do not remember. Horrible history of household hell. There are many old mansions around this town. 000 Manor is one of them. Supposedly haunted by the family of 4 who disappeared without a trace one summer. But is it the only tragic event that took place here? Friends you've talked with are not sure where the mansion itself is located. You have to find the mansion first. A trip to the library may shed some light on it. Haven't gotten any events for the Something Truly Evil yet. Plaques and trophy. Luck check failure. You found a small trophy with a curious plaque. Grand champion of the cannibal eating contest. Building was supposed to be somewhere near the cliffs. You copy the mansion's photo from the newspaper and prepare to leave. That's no good for me. The only spell I have is a combat spell. Also, if you investigate the seaside location, it will give you a certain dial number, but we're not going to be doing that ending, so I'm not going to bother. Comparing different mansions with the sketch, you finally find the one. There's only one problem. You'll need a strong rope to enter the mansion through the high window. A heat wave continues with record temperatures. Continuing your investigation takes more time and more effort. Yeah, apparently they did! I heard the football team did really well after that contest. You make it to the window. This is the abandoned mansion your friends have talked about. Let's explore it. In the mirror, you catch a glimpse of something that shouldn't be there. You've heard a weird noise coming from the locked study. You must find a key. In an old rundown mansion room that stinks like spoiled milk, the room has only 2 doors, one of which you came through. You can't see the strange man you've been following anywhere. Just look around. Nothing really important here, but you think you might be able to find to use the one item you do find. And it is a completely worthless improvised weapon. Eh. Enter the art classroom. The room is cluttered with half-finished sculptures and bizarre masks hanging on the wall. One sculpture strikes you as eerily realistic. One mask is similar to the design you once saw in an occult book. You decide to take it with you. Faster spiritual actions. Ooh, that actually could be useful with a new way to deal with ghosts. So let's put that on. So in fact, it makes it look like it's like a horror show. Oh god. Hearing a shuffling sound coming from behind a wardrobe, you decide to push it out of the way. You discover a niche in the wall. Someone has put 3 dusty dolls in there. When you try to reach out and grab one, however, they jump off and scatter around the room, giggling. Dolls! They're eldritch, so we actually can do nasty things to them with our carpenter hammer. So that's 92. Basically leaves us with 1. 10. Do this? Do that just barely, so we're gonna stick with that for a little bit. I do not! This creeps me out deeply. Like, dolls are not one of my phobias, but something about this just deeply, deeply unnerves me. I'm gonna have to rest at home. No, it really doesn't. You feel watched, and unfortunately we do not have a holy candle. I probably should have tried to pick that up. Oh well. The round window of the crooked manor tower is calling you. You feel your strength drain away as you stare at the bright light. Right the feeling? Charisma check success. Just one glimpse of the Eldrick's landscape is enough. You manage to cover your eyes and move to where you can't see the damned window. You feel sick, but at least you're safe for now. Yeah, this is, something. So Arcane Grass is one of those that I see you need in a lot of sections. And we just need the Reason Infusion, and we just flat out do. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that. Also, I think the way these search looks is that it assigns one square to be the square you actually need to pick. And you have to find it. I thought it was just a certain amount of squares you had to click, but no. We have knowledge 8. Let's try to study the symbols. I'm not sure that Fragile is working correctly because that didn't give us double EXP, but we're also not always taking double stamina damage, like double damage. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Hot bath is too inviting. Let's take a bath and that will give us another reason point. Like, it sort of feels like we are because we're only in the second one and we're down about 10 each. But at the same time, it doesn't really seem to be boosting EXP. I don't know. You aren't sure what to expect. The sturdy door of the study opens with a creak. The dark, dusty room is empty, but something feels wrong. Faint draft, perhaps. You move the rotten carpet aside to reveal a secret passageway cut directly into the cliff rock. Following a strange song, you discover a hidden passage that leads you to an underground chamber connected to the sea. You can't find the source of the sounds, but then it hits you. The acoustics of this place make the waves sound like the most beautiful serenade. Mesmerized, you step closer to the stone altar at the end of the room. Yeah, the EXP seems high. Or, not high, normal. So we try to explore, but we need a flashlight to do that, so all we can do is just step closer. Unholy chants coming from the caves connected with the mansion must have driven the family insane. With no connection to the outside world, they fed on what they had, themselves. However, this doesn't explain the fresh corpses and wet tracks around the altar. And that's ending C. Which is, honestly, I think the easiest ending to get. Or at least the less in terms of your stats. The whole town stopped receiving any outside signal. It's fine. You don't use the TV for anything. It can do literally everything as long as it doesn't do the water one, because I need the bath. Hello? Creepy neighbor again. Change the clothes up. Yeah, let's go with this. So next is... let's do this and get the required fight out of the way. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. A new game is spreading among your friends. A dare to stay in the unused school restroom after classes. A dare to meet Akamonto. What was originally harmless fun has turned deadly. The body of a boy has been found last week. The school director has banned the game, but only made it more popular. Akamonto must be stopped before another kid is killed. One of your friends says he doesn't believe in curses and is going to complete the dangerous dare. Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change with threat level increases. Also, I found out that the higher the threat level, yeah, you get modifiers, negative modifiers, the higher it goes. So first we're going to go to the schoolyard, because in order to get the good ending and to actually not get required stat loss, you have to gather the gossip. Thankfully, it seems like they massively increased the chance to get it, because this is what we need. You've heard some versions of the legend. Everyone agrees you can't take anything the man offers you, though. I might be re-explaining this. I don't remember if we've gotten this mission before. So. Yeah, let's check this for a second. Little mask. Cursed dog. Yeah, nothing we needed. Oh well. You've reported it to your principal, who promises he'll take care of it. With friends safe for now, you should look into the legend. Maybe there's a mention of Akamanto in the city's library? Oh, I am re-explaining it, okay. Sorry. The only metro line in your... Does this look like eyes to anybody else? The only metro line in your town connects the university and the science complex. You could take a ride to gain some time, but you got a feeling if something is wrong. Where are all the people? Let's just walk. Also, I believe this is still from like a Macabre Mermaid mystery and still should not be here. So they haven't fixed that yet. Of course, I get Arcane Grasp when we get the art knowledge stuff we need. One of the articles mentions a young doctor performing a life-saving surgery on the victim of a brutal assault that happened in a toilet stall. Maybe he still works at the hospital and can share some information. A pale woman wearing a nurse outfit stops you. Today we are running a blood drive to help those in need. Look, healthy. Will you be so kind as to help the community? No. You make an excuse to leave the disappointed nurse behind. You actually can get away without a reason hit if you roll, but I think it's a luck roll. I'm not sure. You learn the doctor suddenly left the hospital after the latest murder, taking all records with him. Why would he do that? That's not the only bad news today. Your friend didn't come to school today and another body has supposedly been found. Oh dear, that's great. You're stopped by a girl you haven't seen in months, but how could you? She died in an accident. I wish I knew what these icons actually meant. Like, ghost, human, and eldritch are self-explanatory, but what is this? Also, I'm standing and fighting when I really probably should be running from most of these encounters. Screw it, we live dangerously. But it really feels like dodge is nowhere near as good as it says it is. It says it drastically lowers the chance, but that doesn't actually seem to be the case at all. If it drastically lowered the chance, how did she just hit me like 4 times in a row? Oh yeah, that nurse is totally trustworthy. Principal has ordered the school to be closed down for the investigation. You must get in and save your friend. I guess that's true, but like 7 is not low. 9 seems to be the general soft cap for stats. So why is just 2 points lower barely getting any dodge rates? The dark drive at the cemetery and shadows have been fantastic in unaccountable ways between the tombstones. Finding the right grave may prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. For the stranger! A priest from a nearby temple asks what you are doing. When you can't make up a lie, you are thrown out. I have to rest. Our stats are just too low. I have to. Take a long, hot shower. You phone your best friend and talk about unrelated stuff. Time flies by so fast, you prepare yourself to leave to continue your long investigation. Wait, why is it suddenly so dark outside? You stand by the window to take a look. Black smog emerges from the courtyard, coating everything in an oily vapor. Now let's get out of here. You're from the window before anything happens. Yeah, that looked like it was only the 5 experience, so I don't know what's going on. There's no turning back now. You step into the last stall and close the door behind you. You wait in the stall, trying to be as quiet as possible. Suddenly, Sound of rubber boots and an unknown liquid dripping on the tiles. You can see the top of his head. He's taller than any man you've ever seen. Door slowly opens. A masked man dressed in a red coat, clearly too high for the ceiling, emerges from outside. Tell me! His voice sounds like a faulty radio. Would you like red paper or blue paper? I don't want anything from you. I love how confused he gets from that. Getting darker. The tall man in the red coat slowly takes their mask off as stall walls wither and rot and reality starts to crumble. You like this voice, yes? I think it's the voice I did. Okay. We are gonna need some luck here, or we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. You know what? That's fine, Akamoto. You can keep your face. I don't need it. In his face, you see all your worst fears. Ooh. So, I don't like that something doesn't seem right thing. Okay, seriously? Frick it. He's hitting us anyway. I'm just going to end this right now. When you wake up, you find yourself back in the toilet stall. Thinking it was all a dream, you stand up, only to hear a crack from under your shoe. There lies a broken crimson mask. Akamoto might return one day, but now you know that ancient horrors can be defeated. Okay. Getting spells gains extra reason. I grab quick thinking, and we're just in terrible straits right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the dex upgraded because we've got to rest. We don't have a choice. Just 5 on one of those is not going to work for us. And of course that makes it less useful. Thanks, old god. I really appreciate it. This something truly evil sure hasn't caught on to us yet. Let's go with this. We've definitely done this one before, so I'm mostly going to speed through it. You're gonna be burning a lot of doom, but I just don't really have much choice. My stats are way too low. And we've seen the spider lady before. The empty bottle breaks in the level behind you. You cover yourself from the glass pouring snow. Oh no, not you. Oh, it's the rioter! Hey! Oh, she only does 2 to all. My bad. 24 HP. We're just not... We just can't deal with this. Sorry, lady. See you later. You sit in the middle of the field frozen in terror. A rip in our reality shows the horrible future of our planet. Seeing the familiar figure looking back at you, you can't help but wonder if it's our world that's just an illusion. Sure, let's go to the portal. You and the figure get closer to the portal, ready to swap places. Lost in time and space, you drift in nothingness until something pulls you towards the light. A parasitic star is looming over the dying civilization. Is this the fate of our planet as well? Just dig. What can we get if we dig? Digging beneath a stone pillar, you unearth a chest. It's filled with coins! Actually, if that's the case, we might be able to... What is it? We might be able to actually get medical attention, but now we're in the woods. So we can't get medical attention yet. Isn't that a famous priest out on this rock? Perhaps his mysticism has seeped into it. I think you can only get the hermit ally by using one of the spells. I'm not really sure. Tap into his power. Touching with your hands, you feel a newfound knowledge forming in your mind. That gives us something I'm going to immediately forget to put my reason up, because I'm never going to use that. The museum started hanging up posters promoting the Greek art exhibition, unaware of the danger. The opening night might prove to be the last night for us all. Tohu is coming, and now you know the date. Pile of human teeth lying on a nearby rock. Trees overhead block the sunlight, and you begin to feel gloomy. Kirie is just getting hammered today, isn't she? Sudden storm forces you to find shelter in a nearby cave. Looking around, you discover strange markings on the cave's walls. I'll check success. You recognize the strange symbols and connect them to the horrors plaguing your town. Walking through the crowded space, someone bumps into you and quickly apologizes. They stole your wallet! You quickly grab their arm and they drop it before disappearing into the crowd. Yeah, we're definitely not getting double experience. That's unfortunate. Yay, more experience! Right now we really, really need that. Sudden blast of heat grabs your attention. An older man standing next to you screams in pain as he's engulfed in fire from seemingly nowhere. As other people start to panic and help the burn victim, you spot a hooded woman standing in the distance. When she sees you, she starts to run. You can't shake off the feeling that you were the target of that supernatural attack. Yeah, actually won for once. The hooded woman disappears behind a corner, and when you get there she's gone, already mixed in with the crowd. In a nearby dumpster, you find the sulfur-stinking hoodie and an envelope containing your photo, plus a curious incantation. Which, this, I would really rather not have to use, but I might have to resort to it, so I'm gonna just kind of hold on to that. Follow the faint sound to a telephone line pole. The moment you know giant hairy balls underneath it, they start to twitch and rise. Just whatever the flip this thing is. Okay, we'll actually get less doom by just fighting and letting it hit us. So we're gonna do that. Especially if the secondary attacks actually land. So yeah, we got 2 doom from that instead of the 5 we would have run from, so... Even if none of the extra attacks hit, we would have still walked away with 4 instead of 5, so it was worth not trying to dodge. Hearing some rustling behind a bush, you decide to hide behind a tree. There you spot 3 men, each armed with a rifle. They are obviously looking for something, or someone. Hi guys! Charisma check failure. You walk from behind a tree and wave. Suddenly you hear a bang and feel an impact on your shoulder, which quickly turns into intense pain. Damn, that's not him. You hear the scream of one of the men before everything gets dark. When you open your eyes, you find yourself next to a road leading to the forest. Your wound is bandaged, but you fear it's not enough. So... next time we get stamina damage, we get a new wound. Isn't that great? And I'm just gonna take the cassettes and run because screw it. Also, I have still not found any way to repair these, so if anybody knows, let me know. First, what's the effect? Road's closed, that's fine. Going to raise my reason. Ghost connection. Completing a mystery grants a random spell. Knowledge leadership. I don't really like any of these. I guess I'll take this. I gotcha. I'm once again, I'm back to the thing of I'm going to have to rest. I don't like to do it because the doom is so high, but I don't really have much of an option here. No, I have an idea. This might not work like I want it to work, but I'm going to make the attempt. And I'm actually going to get a little bit risky here. We're already in trouble, I might as well. So we have actually seen the mermaid mission before, so... I'm just going to quickly skip through it. Hey, I had the map when this happened! All the map. Using the map, you discover that some of the intersections don't change at all. It takes a while, but you finally find a way out. The passage to the cursed neighborhood slowly closes behind you. That actually boosted us up to a reasonable level. And this is the jar thing. I might be able to... 6. Chance to hit. It leaves me with 2. And it gave me a concussion, great. Hey game, come on. I should actually go and get this taken care of in the hospital. That is something that I wanted to get, though. I don't really care. Well, of course I got that when I got knowledge. Okay, first thing I want to get rid of those is this. Oh, for God's sake. Why is this hospital so terrible? Just gonna keep the fund I have to avoid the creepy dude from showing up. Okay. So here is the tree. It is very clearly, I believe, a Blair Witch reference. So we can pick one thing. We can pick stamina, spell, or funds. And it will give us a curse in exchange. And there's a very specific curse I'm looking for. And this is a risky play, but I'm going to do it anyway. There, that's what I wanted. So you might remember that I mentioned that, you can, if you have a specific curse, you can trick the janitor at the end. This is the one that you need. The Inzmasu look. Which is a reference to, H.P. Lovecraft. Pi is the major fan of Lovecraft. She can tell us precisely what it's from, because I don't entirely remember. Traumatized was not great to get, but oh well. Kirie is barely on her feet. No one has any idea what's going on with her. gonna go ahead and escape before people arrive to get the reason bonus. Also, apparently something truly evil did not want to work with us today. That's it. The Shadow over Innsmouth. Help the friend, and we failed and lost 2 stamina. Oh, friend. Oh, friend, why? I have Ikumi unlocked, I just don't know how to get them. Alright, so going into this, if you have the Izmasu, I think it was, look, you can use Distract him. Bad Janitor is stepping over the body when he suddenly stops, noticing your mutation. The gills! You're the one I've been looking through all my life? He seems to be looking for. He falls on his knees and raises hands, not noticing a movement behind him. The girl suddenly springs to life. With a deafening shriek, she jumps on the hypnotized janitor and starts choking him. His last words chill you to your bone. The sea will claim you back. Like, something truly evil is like, they had this whole intricate plan they stayed up all night to do, they fell asleep on the couch, and when they wake up, we're done with the game. They're like, well, shit. Police officers find you a few hours later. No trace of the mad janitor is found, but you will sleep a little better tonight knowing that the other students are safe. Words of the janitor echo in your head. Now you can't help but shudder hearing the sound of waves crashing on the beach and the sounds of something coming out of the water. It was ending D, and we get Inzmasu Curse, the sea will claim you back, which I still don't know what these are. Like, you have the forest is watching, the missing sailors. I don't know what those do. Final thing is riots, which is perfect because we're not going to downtown. You're just going to get the key, we're going to take a bath. Get some reason back. And it's time to go to the lighthouse. Open all the locks. To the lighthouse we are at. I probably should have gone to the monument first. We're going to be cutting it a bit close, but oh well, that's fine. Start climbing. We don't have a light source, so it's good I rest because we just lost 3 reason there. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice an electrical cable. It seems to connect the door to the hole inside the central pillar. There's a switch inside. You'll have to risk getting cut by the numerous glass shards and knives. I mean, I should have gone to it before I ended the mission. That's what I was thinking. We got the dexterity check success, so we can just move right along. And Takahashi-san! 7 Doom will put us up to 16... or 96. Should I risk it? Because we've already progressed through a couple of them, so I think we will be logistically able to do it. And the other option is taking hits from him, which might result in less doom or it might not. Alright, let's try it. And that's what that does, it just completely finishes it. This is the girl that we can convince, and we failed, so she cut her throat out. Oh lord, what was the second one we did? Eos was the first, right? I actually have to get this right, because if I get this wrong, we'll lose. Oh, thank the Lord. And I'm ending it on 99 experience. 98 Doom! 98 Doom when we finish this.